Hi guys, I'm Sugarberry, and today I have another vintage toy haul for you as per usual. These toys that I'm going to show you today came from a couple of different places. The first few are from the Hamilton Comic-Con, which Prime and I took a little trip there too, not that long ago. And then the second batch is from a seller on Facebook Marketplace. So if you've never been to Hamilton Collecticon, you should definitely check it out. I believe it's in the same building every time, and there's so many toy vendors there. It's huge. Definitely check it out if you ever get a chance to go out there. The only thing I found going there is that most of the vendors are geared more towards the boyish toys, which is fine. Prime absolutely loves it, and I love it too. I really don't mind the boyish toys, but my heart is with the girly toys that I enjoyed when I was a kid in the 80s, so my options were limited, but I did pick up a few things. So the first thing I picked up was this Strawberry Shortcake doll. So I know I've talked a bit about Strawberry Shortcake in some previous videos. So if you don't know anything about Strawberry Shortcake, it was a toy line that was released from Kenner from 1979 to 1985. And each of the dolls had a scent or like some sort of dessert food theme. Yeah, they were scented. This one isn't anymore. Actually, yeah, I can still smell a little bit of the strawberry on the dress. So the story with all the Strawberry Shortcake is that they live in this strawberry land. Strawberry Shortcake is the main character, and all of her friends also have food themes, and they're all scented. And then there's this villain named the peculiar purple pie man, who is also always trying to steal their berries so that they can't make their pies. It's terrible. And all of her friends lived in these confectionery themed homes. So hers actually looks like a shortcake, and all of her friends live close by in this little village.
Oh, just a dot on the map. Ah, finest strawberries this side of the rainbow. The personal strawberry patch of Miss Strawberry Shortcake. She lives in a shortcake.
So there were a variety of releases of Strawberry Shortcake. So 1979 was the first release, and they all had flat hands. This one does not have flat hands, so we know it's not the first release. 1980 was the second release. 1981 was the third release. And then 1983 was the fourth release, which was the more international dolls. So they had the Crêpe Suzette doll and like, I can't even think of the other ones, but they were all from around the world. And then 1983, there was the Dancing Strawberry Shortcakes. And then in 1984, there was the Party Pleaser Strawberry Shortcakes. And there was other ones too. There was like bigger dolls, and there were ones that were like sleepy time ones. There were so many different ones. So you would think by looking at this, at first glance, this is actually the main character, Strawberry Shortcake, which I thought too when I first picked it up. However, I just realized the other day when I was doing research to actually do this video that this doll itself is actually not Strawberry Shortcake. This is actually Huckleberry Pie, who is a male character, just wearing the Strawberry Shortcake outfit. They look very similar because they both have this kind of reddish brownish hair, but Strawberry Shortcake's hair is a little bit more red, and she has blue eyes, and this one only has the brown eyes. And another reason why I know this is Huckleberry Pie is because the little tongue's sticking out. I think he's the only character that has that, or the only doll that has that. Huckleberry Pie was one of the few male characters in the toy line. I think there was maybe only 2 male characters altogether. The rest were all the girls. He would have originally come with like a blue overalls outfit, green and the green stripe bandana, you know, the classic green stripes of Strawberry Shortcake. He had brown shoes and like a yellow straw hat. He also had a pet. So most of the Strawberry Shortcake dolls had pets. The first issue they didn't, but then after that, some of them started to, and then in the following years, they all had pets. So this one, I believe this is like a year 2 or year 3 release, just because of the shape of the hands. So he had a pet. He came with a little brown dog named Pupcake. And then this outfit actually belongs to the Strawberry Shortcake main character, with this really poofy Strawberry Shortcake hat. It's covered in little strawberries, little red dress with the classic green diamond pattern and a white apron. And then the green and white striped leggings. She would have originally also come with brown shoes. And her pet was a little pink colored cat with polka dots all over it, named Custard. So overall in pretty good shape. If I take the hat off, you can see the hair is quite reddish, which, I mean, that's why I thought it was the actual Strawberry Shortcake doll. I didn't know a whole lot about the line when I bought these dolls, but most of them have the gaps in their hair. They weren't haired very well. But the clothing itself is in great shape. It's been tied in a million knots at the back here for some reason. Yeah. Oops. So yeah, that's Huckleberry Pie wearing Strawberry Shortcake's outfit. The Strawberry Shortcake was rebooted in the year 1991. So there was a show in the 80s, a cartoon, and then another one rebooted in 1991, and then another one rebooted in 2002. So like I said, very popular show, very popular characters. And then the second toy that I got at the Hamilton Comic-Con was also a Strawberry Shortcake character named Lemon Meringue. So Strawberry Shortcake is the main character. Lemon Meringue is, I believe she's probably the second most popular character of the show. Everywhere Strawberry Shortcake is, you see Lemon Meringue. So I believe this is a 1981 release, again because she's got the curved hands, not the flat hands, and her hair is a little bit poofier than the hair that I saw in the picture for the original release. As you can see, she's lemon themed. She's got this yellow dress with yellow polka dots, and she's got this hat that's supposed to be shaped like the peak of meringue, like on the lemon meringue pie. It's got this green stripe around the edge with little pink flowers, and the classic tights, green and white striped tights. She's just missing her yellow shoes. And she would have also come with a pet named Frappe, which was a little green frog. So she's in pretty good shape. Her outfit's in great shape. She's got these green eyes. There is a little bit of a pen mark right here. Probably you can't see that. But yeah, the hat is in good shape. It's still attached, which is nice. A lot of them, the hats don't even attach anymore. It's attached right into her head. Like there's a plastic piece that keeps it on there. Yeah, frilly dress. I don't know, they're cute. I never had Strawberry Shortcake dolls when I was a kid, but I like them. All right, so that's it for the Hamilton Comic-Con toys. I only got the 2 toys because, like I said, they didn't have a lot of selection for the girly toys there. So this next part of the haul is toys that I got from a seller on Facebook Marketplace. yeah, I actually drove to her house and picked them up. She had a bag of stuff for a really good price. So yeah, I jumped on it. And the first toy in that bag was Lily. So she's a Generation 1 My Little Pony from year 4, which is 1985. And she's a flutter pony. She's one of 6 flutter ponies that were released in this year. So when I say flutter pony, I mean on their backs, they had these little mechanisms and they actually had wings. So these little slots had wings in them. Clearly these ones are missing because that happens all the time. Kids play with them, they get ripped out, they get torn up, they get thrown in the garbage, they get lost. But anyways, there's a little button here, so when you pushed it, the wings would move back and forth. It's hard to see that, but yeah, so this is Lily, and her cutie mark is actually little lilies. And these flutter ponies also had extra little cutie marks on their foreheads. And I think some of them maybe had them on the cheek as well. But you can see she's got this pretty pink body, lavender colored hair. I really like this color scheme. It's the epitome of girly 80s color schemes. Yeah. And you can also see that this one, her hair is curly. Like, I didn't put these curls in. That was just when I washed it and brushed it. The hair was originally in really bad shape, but when I washed it and brushed it, it came out like this, all curly. So that must be the factory curl. She's in okay condition other than she's got pen scribbles all over her here, which is so unfortunate because she's such a pretty pony. Yeah, what can you do? So the flutter ponies came with these little flower picks, and I think they're one of the only pony brush and combs that actually had more than one color. So it was like this little hair pick with little flowers on the top, and then the centers of each flower were another color. So it was a blue pick with green centers, I believe, that came with this pony. And she came with a silvery metallic tail ribbon as well. And Lily did make an appearance in the 80s My Little Pony and Friends cartoon. And her back card says that she used to visit the baby ponies in the Lullaby nursery on a regular basis. And the baby ponies loved it because she would bring lots of presents and play games with them and sing songs with them. And she would tell them stories about how flutter ponies spread good luck by flapping their wings. Their wings were magical. And then once she was done playing with the little ponies and they're fast asleep, she flies off high above the clouds to watch over them and to fill their heads with sweet dreams. And the second toy that came in this haul from this seller from Facebook Marketplace is Baby Moon Dancer. And Baby Moon Dancer is one of 9 babies that were released in year 3, so 1984. And she came with the play and care sets. So if you don't know anything about the play and care sets, they were all baby ponies and they all came with baby accessories. So some came with playpens, they came with toys, diapers, bottles, all that kind of stuff. And so Baby Moon Dancer is one of them. You can see she's a unicorn. And she's got this white body. It's pretty yellowed. It should be much more white than it is. And her hair is this pink, light pink hair with a purple streak. And her cutie mark is moon and stars. So now I say Baby Moon Dancer. There is also an adult Moon Dancer who is also a white body, but her hair is much more of a reddish color, and she's got a similar cutie mark, just a little bit more red. So like I said, she came with a play and care set. So all of the accessories that Baby Moon Dancer came with were, I'll read them off to you, a purple rocker, a bib with a heart on it, a purple and white bottle, a duck toy that was on a little string. You could pull it around. It had wheels on it. A necklace that says baby. A diaper in a box. A blue bear brush and a blue tail ribbon. And there's another pony that was also released in this year named Baby Glory. Baby Glory was very similar to Baby Dancer. People often get them confused. Even when I see them listed online, a lot of people will say that this is Baby Glory and vice versa. It's a common mistake to make. But the difference is that Baby Glory, I think, has more purple hair and a slightly different cutie mark. Baby Moon Dancer did make an appearance in the 80s My Little Pony and Friends cartoon. And her back card story is, so she was wearing her tutu and her ballet slippers, and she's, it's dusk, so it's almost sunset, and she's practicing her dance moves, and she falls and slips. And as the moon comes up, his name is Mr. Moon, he urges her not to give up, and he casts a shadow on the ground where she's supposed to dance. So every time she's supposed to take a step, she knows where to take a step because of where the shadows are. And as a result, her dance recital is a success, and her mom, Moon Dancer, is extremely proud of her. She has many variants. There's 3 Argentinian, a German, a Greek, Mexican, a Peruvian, a Spanish, and of course a pearlized version. So her body was all pearlized, kind of shiny like a pearl. All right, next toy that came in this lot is Baby Half Note. This is Baby Half Note, and she is a Betty by Eyes pony. So these ponies have very different eyes than most other ponies, in that when you put them on their side, when you move them around, their eyes open and close. You can probably see that. See, now her eye is closed. Put her upright, her eye is open again. A lot of people think these eyes are creepy. I do too, to be honest with you. I don't like the look of these ponies. I like everything else about them, but their eyes just, I don't know. They're made of glass, I believe, and they've got real eyelashes. And I've heard a lot of people say that their eyes are prone to rust as well, so that is also an issue. But anyways, she was released in year 4, so 1985, along with the Baby Bonnet School of Dance play set. And it was this big green play set, probably, I don't know, about this big, that looked like a baby bonnet, and it folded out into a platform where there was 3 little circles that spin around, little platforms where you could put the ponies on it and they would spin around. You can make them spin around to dance. Baby Half Note has this little light pinky purple body. I think it's supposed to be more lavender than it actually is. This one's looking a little pink, but she's got this turquoise hair, and her cutie mark is ballet slippers with a ribbon. Cute. This pony, Baby Half Note, she came with a little white mesh tutu that she could wear around her waist, 4 pink leg warmers, a pink flower tiara you could put on her head, an aqua colored butterfly brush, I'm guessing to kind of match her tail, her hair, 3 pairs of animal friends. So there was a pair of swans, a pair of bunnies, and a pair of bees. And in each pair, one was yellow and one was like a hot pink color. And then there was a pink ballet box. I'm not really sure if it opened, like if you could store things in it. I don't have one, so I don't really know. It also came with a pink sign where you could put which dance routines they were doing. So it's a really cute set. And another thing about Baby Half Note is she was re-released in year 7, so 1988, as a non-Betty by version, so she had regular eyes, not these glass opening and closing eyes. Because she also came with a different play set, and her pose was slightly different as well. Baby Half Note was also in the 80s My Little Pony and Friends cartoon. So the backstory for Baby Half Note is that she's getting ready for the ballet recital. She's rushing around, preparing the stage, preparing the costumes, so she must be in charge of things. And the guests arrive, the curtain rises, and all of a sudden they realize there's no music. And because Baby Half Note had forgotten to turn it on, it was her responsibility. So a pony named Magic Star waved her magic wand, and all of a sudden these stars appeared with instruments, and they started playing music so that the ponies could do their dance performance, which ended up turning out wonderfully. And then at the end, after everything was said and done, Baby Half Note was given a big bouquet of roses for a job well done, which she then turned around and gave to Magic Star, the pony that actually saved the day by waving her magic wand. Okay, next toy that came in this haul. It's not a My Little Pony, it's something a little bit different. This is Bouncy Curl. And Bouncy Curl is a little baby dragon from the Lady Lovelylocks toy line. So these were released in 1987, which was wave 2 of the Lady Lovelylocks series. It was the Enchanted Island series of toys. So they were the more ocean seashell kind of themed ones. So there were 3 of these dragons. This is Baby Bouncy Curl. There was a Merry Curl, which was purple with pink hair, and there was a Sweet Curl with pink with purple hair. So this is the only green one. And you can see she's got this gorgeous long yellow hair and tail. And she's got cute little wings. Look at her little dragon wings. Nice rosy cheeks. And she's got scales on her belly. I remember when I first saw pictures of these, I thought they were little pigs just because of their noses. But they've just got cute little faces. Nope, they're dragons. And these dragons were supposed to be the keepers of the pixie tails. So they look after in the Lady Lovelylocks line, there's the little pixie tails. They're the little animals with the really long hair that clip onto your outfits, or clip onto the Lovelylocks toys, or you could clip them into your hair. But it was the dragon's job to make sure that they were well looked after. Bouncy Curl's specific job was to make sure that they were kept looking pretty. Bouncy Curl came with her own pink mouse pixie tail, a small purple brush, a comb, and a little hand mirror. They were all little purple, tiny little things. And she had 2 purple ribbons that you could put in her hair as well. Really, I don't know, just a really cute little character. When I got her, her hair was a disaster. But I just washed it, brushed it out, conditioned it really well, and it's looking much better. Next toy that came in this haul, we're back to the My Little Pony again. This is Princess Royal Blue. So she is a princess pony from year 5, 1986. And these ponies are near and dear to my heart because I had one of these when I was a little kid. Not this specific one. I had Princess Serena, which was a green one with pink hair. But yeah, I just love these. They've got tinsel in their hair, and they don't have the regular cutie marks. They have these metallic cutie marks with gems in them. So very princessy, very girly. So this one, as you can see, has a light blue body, pink hair with pink tinsel, and she's got a crescent moon cutie mark. And you can see it's metallic, it's very reflective. These princess ponies each came with accessories. So Princess Royal Blue here came with a bush woolly, which is a little character. The toys themselves were like hard plastic, like the ponies, but in the cartoon, in the show, they were these little furry guys that live with the ponies. Apparently the ponies had rescued them. And Princess Royal Blue was also in the 80s My Little Pony and Friends cartoon. Apparently her wand could create cold weather, like hail, snow, that sort of thing. And her back card story is the baby ponies were afraid of the thunder and the lightning and the rain. And so she knew they would be scared, so she went over to the nursery and told them a bedtime story about faraway lands. She gave them each a cup of warm milk, and they had a pillow fight. And then she put the babies to sleep, to bed, and they forgot about the storm because they were all so happy. And they fell asleep dreaming wonderful dreams. All right, guys. This is the last toy from this haul. This is Skyflyer, another G1 My Little Pony from year 3, so 1984. And she is one of 6 unicorn ponies that were released in this year. So she's got this peach colored body, this bright, vivid Ronald McDonald hair with a white streak in her mane. And her cutie mark is these little purple kites. They're glittery. Very cute. The story with Skyflyer is that she, of course, loves kites. So she's been working on her kite for a long time, and she tosses it in the air to get it to fly. Runs across the top of the clouds to try to get it to fly, and it crashes, and she's upset. And then her friend Bowtie, who is another My Little Pony, and I think I've shown you her before. I do have that toy as well. But anyways, her friend suggests that maybe she should tie ribbons to the tail of the kite. And so she did, and it flew beautifully into the sky. And there are a couple of variants of this pony as well. There's one Argentinian one and 2 Italian ones. So, and she's in good shape. She was quite dirty when I got her. Actually, this whole lot from this seller on Facebook Marketplace was extremely dirty, which is probably why it was a good price. Yeah, some of them were a little bit difficult to clean, and some of them are still a little bit stained, but you might not be able to tell on camera. There is some discoloration and a few marks on her. There's some pen mark on the bottom of her hooves there. But overall, she still displays beautifully. And that is all, folks. Yeah, thank you again for watching another vintage toy haul. I'm glad you got to see a few different toys. My Little Pony, a little bit of Lady Lovelylocks, a little bit of Strawberry Shortcake. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!